up car, driving in your beat up car. We swore that it would take us far, but we never got away. All summer long, screaming to your favorite songs. Every night until the fall faded us away. Football weather, hoodie season, writing notes and keeping secrets. Wear my jacket, you can.
All right, guys, so we're just out here in the garden this morning. What a beautiful day we have. Got a whole bunch of seeds that we're gonna be putting in. Pulled out the hummingbird feeder. I'm gonna get that cleaned up and also set that up with some sugar water here in the next couple weeks, because usually around Mother's Day they like to come back. Working on a garden plan. Always have a plan. That's what I like to do anyways. And gonna be digging in some seeds, sowing in some seeds, and digging in a couple more Haskap berry bushes. Let's go talk about Haskaps. Haskaps are like a nutritional powerhouse, if you did not know that. We started out with 2, fell in love, got another 2, now we bought 4 more, we're up to 8. And we'll probably keep buying some more. There's quite a few varieties, and but yeah, let's talk about them. So these are the newest ones we got. They are a Boreal Beast honeyberry. These were ones I had rescued from a neighbor's house last year. These were ones we had bought yesterday. And these ones are Boreal Beast Haskap as well, just grown from a different place. And then the ones we've had for a few years up here are Polar Jewel Haskaps. And the ones I rescued from the neighbors down the road, I believe I was told they were an Aurora Borealis blend. Created, I think, in Saskatchewan, in the University of Saskatchewan or something like that. All right, so while we're sitting down here and sitting next to the beautiful Haskap berry bushes that are leafing out, I'm so excited. Can't wait to eat tons of them this year. Like I said, nutritional powerhouse. They're very cold hardy. They grow fast. They withstand the freezing cold, like -4 temperatures here in Alberta. I'm pretty sure a lot of them are good to even like zone 2. We're zone 3. I've tried blueberries here several times. They like that sandy soil, pH, certain areas of Alberta they do grow really well in. Have not had luck here, so I've moved the blueberries into the dome. Haskap berries, however, oh my. And if you've never had one, they're like a mixture of a blueberry, blackberry, raspberry, strawberry, all punched jam pack into a tiny little like oblong or oblong berry, oval berry, whatever you want to call it. But man, they are so good. They almost resemble like a little teardrop. Packed full of antioxidants, vitamin A and C, full of fiber, potassium, and a great source of calcium, iron, magnesium, zinc, and copper. So if you haven't tried Haskap berries, also known as honeyberries, you need to do it. They are like a gardener's best friend here in Alberta. They freeze great for baking, great for fresh eating. That's my spiel on Haskap berries for today. And like I said, if you haven't tried them, you're missing out.
So add a little bit of compost to it.
Potatoes, onions, red pepper, fresh dill, and butter and mushrooms. Cook that up on the barbecue. We've always still got these really nice looking burgers made up. So easy to make your own patties. I mean, hey, whatever you want, but we've thrown some mushroom and garlic and a little bit of bacon crumble in these ones, and they're gonna be delicious. So, oh. You use what you got.
Sometimes you don't have a home feeling.
You use what you have. And in these beds, you can't really use, like, obviously our great big tractor rototiller, and we don't have a small one, so just sprinkling the peas in. I don't go anything too fancy with them. Wow, dirt on my face. Another thing about peas is they have a pretty short growing season, so I actually sow them a couple times. In about 2 weeks I'll throw in more, and 2 weeks after that, and get lots throughout the year. But yeah, I just lightly sprinkle them in, give them a good cover, and then make sure they're well watered over the next couple weeks. So we got some scarlet nanties, 1 row tenderloin carrots going in, 2 rows of chantenay carrots, and we'll probably end up doing some more too because we love our carrots.
But if there's one thing I know to be, oh, I know what you mean to me. I know
Dada, you can't help grab toi.
you've got a story I wanna read. You've got a meaning.
We're making a trail in our garden.
Yeah, we are.
With toi.
All right, so we're just outside in our garden. We've rototilled, we're mounting rows, laid some cardboard, scraped it down to clay, laid some cardboard down. Now we're putting some straw in between the rows. That's what we're using to walk on. It also helps retain some of the moisture in the mounded dirt as well. And you can always put some of that straw over top of the dirt once you've planted. And again, it's just gonna help retain the moisture. It's a pretty good organic way of doing things, and a fairly cheap way. So yeah, just outside in the garden, working on that, hooking up the hoses, planting, where are they? Back in there, we've planted a few more Haskap berry bushes. My fave, love Haskap berries, they're so good. All right, so this is all planted to beets. We're planting the front half of this to corn. That's all gonna be potatoes. We might even have some more potatoes going in the back. Not sure what this little area, probably maybe a pumpkin or two. They could sprawl out that way. That's all gonna be pumpkins. This is gonna be pickling cucumbers, peppers, tomatoes. We have a little bit of garlic. Haven't quite decided what I'm doing here. Probably some more overflow of tomatoes. We got peas on either side of this planting, and I'll do succession planting. I'll do a couple plants of that. Then we got 2 rows of carrots on either side and a row of radishes on either side. Again, I'll plant more radishes once those get pulled short growing season. More garlic. This is, like I said, this is hardneck garlic, so we planted in the fall. I got some spinach back in here planted. This is reserved for squash, butternut squash. Chives. This whole bed is all different types of lettuces, romaines, butter crunch, red.
Yeah, we're gonna plant pumpkins in there. Can you tell me what we have in these beds? What would we plant in here? Potatoes. Yeah, and then what did we plant in this one? We planted corn. And what did we plant in the far one? Beets. We planted beets.
And then I still need to find a little spot where I'm gonna put some of my like long field cucumbers or English style, but I don't really need too many of those, and I actually like to put the English style cucumbers inside the greenhouse and eat them throughout the winter. The pickling, I go hard in the summer, pickle a whole bunch in the fall, and then we don't grow again until the next year. All right, so I feel like it's like super early this year, but you know what? The snow has melted, the ground's workable, our weather's looking good for the next 2 weeks. So there's certain things like our tomatoes and our peppers, I definitely will not be moving out. I've grown them in there, in the dome. They're gonna be hardened off over the next couple weeks, and around May long, I will put them in the garden. But right now, we have gone ahead. We've done our peas, our carrots, our beets, our corn, our radishes, our lettuce, our spinach, our kale. You know what? We've even thrown some squash seeds in. If they come up, I'll throw some buckets over top. I'll cover them, but our weather's looking good. So I'm very positive about that. I'm very hopeful just to get the garden done and get that growing and get the harvest, because you know what? Things are getting pretty freaking expensive here in Canada, and I don't know. Like I said, government playing games. I'm sick of it. We're growing the food and we're loving it. Mike's just working on, he's gonna make a little bit of a so we're just creating a little bit of a teepee system here to grow some cucumbers up. We're trying to utilize some more upright gardening methods this year. Doing some different things. Like I said, we're trying to double, triple, quadruple our harvest, whatever you want to talk about. We're trying to become more self-sustainable. The last few years we've had a lot of frozen vegetables, a lot of canned goods, tomato sauces, pizza sauces, things like that. But we want to go further and virtually buy nothing from the grocery store if we don't have to. Of course, we're even looking at buying like flour from local farmers, local mills, maybe in the future getting a grain mill and buying wheat berries because they'll last longer. Yes, call us crazy, I don't care what you think, but we're doing what's best for our family and what makes us happy. So
Maybe.
extra nutritional value, kiddo.
We throw it to my bees in here.
We have some field cucumbers. So these are the ones you have to peel, but they're the great big cucumbers. They're great in the summer for salads and stuff.
Yep. And then what's it?
And make sure you soak in your seeds really, really good and water them for the, you know, the 5 to 14 days or 21 days or whatever your germination period is. It's important. Don't let them dry out too much. Water them morning and night. Get those wet. Oh, wow. Just exhausted. Been doing planting, yard work, chicken stuff all day long. Chicken stuff all day long, and we're just trying to get as much done as we can here. One reason being is flashback to last video and our little trip a couple hours north. We will be building a 33-foot Arctic Acres geodesic greenhouse, geodesic dome greenhouse. So that is something that's going to be happening, and we'll be spending a lot of time up north and lakes and forests and just enjoying life. So stay tuned if you want to see us build a 33-foot dome now. Sitting right behind us is the 26-foot Arctic Acres dome. So yeah, now we're going to do the 33-foot. A whole, I don't know, what is it, like 810 square feet? Don't quote me on that, I may be wrong. And the double flowering plum is starting to get weird this year. Blooming from the bottom, but the whole thing's gonna be full here in the next week. It's looking good. And going over to our 26-foot dome greenhouse. Looking good in here. I love it at night. Mike's actually just working on hanging. Oh, got a little bit of a glare there. What's going on there? Oh, he's just working on hanging some lights. Mood lighting. Just hung some little mood lighting up. Kind of nice. When these lights go out, we can still plug this in and have a little bit of light to sit by the fire in the winter or whatever.
And then you had Reese's.
Well, May 1st, and what a beautiful evening, beautiful day. We hit 28 degrees Celsius today, which is a shocker to our system, especially when we're not used to it. But hey, we'll take it. Getting the garden ready, and I think we're even going to plant some seeds early this year. But yeah, beautiful evening, and just going to enjoy it. Sunset's around 9 p.m. right now. Just sitting outside, enjoying the night. It's super dark. The light's not good. I'm just using my iPhone camera, but these are nights that I absolutely live for. Clear, calm, no wind, stars are shining bright, and you hear the frogs croaking or chirping or whatever you want to call it in the distance, and it's gorgeous. We don't get too many nights like this in Alberta, Canada, you know. June, July, August, September. And September can be very cold still. Like, I mean, my birthday's in September, and I very much had snow on my birthday. So, got to enjoy these nights while they last, and enjoy the weather. Times like this where I just sit back and I think, and I contemplate life.
What are you doing? You kicked your boots off? Is that the perfect Sunday? You kicking the sun?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna roll backwards. Careful.
So boiling some eggs, and behind here I got a mixture of vinegar and water. I'm gonna start the brine. Onions and garlic. I'll grab some dill out in the garden for that as well. So I just gave it a quick rinse, and I'm not even gonna chop it up for my, I mean you can a little bit I guess, yeah, sure. Just stick that in there. This one I'll break up a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna turn the brine on, get it going. Vinegar, water. You can use any kind of salt you want. I'm choosing to use kosher, and yes, there's a lot of salt going in there. I'm doing a big jar. We're gonna do an ice bath. So, plug your sink. Ice cubes and fill that up. And you're gonna want to take your super hot eggs and throw them into that ice bath. Make sure they're good and covered. You can always do this. And there's all different types of recipes, but I do find adding just a little bit of white sugar can help balance out the taste of the vinegar. You don't need a lot though. There's so many different ways you can make your pickled eggs. There's ones where you can can them for shelf stable life. These ones are just your basic refrigerator type. I recommend letting them sit for about a week in the jar to really infuse that flavor. But hey, if you can't wait, then try them instantly if you want. But they do need to infuse that pickled juice vinegar mixture with the eggs. So the longer you could wait, the better.
So we went to our local greenhouse and we picked up some premium worm castings to add to our growing beds this year to refresh some soil and give it more nutrients. So this is from a Canadian local company, 100% natural, premium worm castings, contains essential plant nutrients. And we're just gonna throw a few bags of this in amongst the soil, rake it in, so that way we get some really healthy plants this year. Just pop it open. And away. It'll get raked around and we can spread it later. I'm just gonna get it dispersed first and then figure out where it goes. So we're just gonna keep dispersing it throughout the dome. Adding it everywhere. The soil looks. Oh, just adding it everywhere. Coverage.
Giving your spiel in here.
What? No, yeah, I'm adding.
I was giving my spiel out there about Haskap berries.
Oh, thanks.
The importance of Haskap berries and how every gardener in Alberta should have them.
Yes, Haskap berries are good. The only place you seem to be able to get compost this year is...
Well, no, it's a struggle. It's just all the crap going on with the government and the, I don't know, I guess we'll call it a great big pissing match. But a lot of our products here in Canada have come from the States, and now we can't get it, and the Canadian compost companies are doubling and tripling their prices, so.
One more reason to make our own.
Yeah.
mixing the compost into our existing soil to give it some more nutrients.
And we always add in pond prime, just a small little bit when we fill up the pond. It just helps remove the chlorine, and it's because we have tilapia in there. In the future, we plan on doing a lot of video footage to do with homesteading, gardening, chickens, preserving. We very much will still do or explore like our camping and stuff. We're a family. Those will be in there as well, but a majority of our content going forward is very much going to be your homesteading content for Alberta, Canada, Zone 3, geodesic dome, 4-season growing, outdoor gardening, perennials, annuals, pest control. What else do we have in the future? Native herbs and plants, foraging. Oh, just so much. Like right now, we're currently homeschooling and we're going more on, I guess, the nature / farm school aspect. So yeah, we're just very much immersing ourselves in all of that as well. And we're learning. So if you're interested in that type of content, so smash that like, hit the subscribe button and the notification button. Leave us a comment about maybe what you like about the videos, what you'd like to see future. If you don't like, whatever, leave a comment. It helps. We don't care. So we're learning. If you're interested in learning and you're interested in all of the above, and like I said, growing in Zone 3, climate is specifically Alberta, Canada, follow along. And don't forget to go down below, check out some of the links. Currently sitting in the geodesic dome from Arctic Acres, and I believe there's five or six different sizes of domes you could purchase. So we also have a link too if you're interested in that, and we make a little bit of commission off it as well. So again, helps the channel for more homesteading, family-friendly content. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more family fun adventures in Alberta.